Welcome back, everyone. Well, 23 members of the homeless community passed away this year in the Richmond area, and tonight a candlelight vigil will be held to remember them. And Kelly Kinghorn of Homeward is here to tell us more, and this is really part of a nationwide awareness campaign.
That's right. The ceremony tonight in Richmond is part of 100 other communities doing something very similar tonight or during this week.
Okay, and that's an awareness of homelessness?
Yeah, today's ceremony is designed to remember those who passed while homeless or soon after exiting homelessness, and it's chosen for today because today is the longest night of the year and coming the first night of winter.
Wow, and why should folks in the community get involved with an event like this?
You know, Richmond is a generous community, and hundreds and thousands of volunteers are engaged throughout the year to help people in this crisis. And tonight's a way to really remember those who passed on so that they're not forgotten, and then to commit ourselves to making 2012 better for people in our community.
And describe how the vigil will kind of proceed tonight at 5.
It's a very touching ceremony. We'll have Reverend Wallace Adams Riley of St. Paul's Episcopal and Reverend Tyrone Nelson of Six Mount Zion Baptist, and they'll read through the names, they'll toll the bells for each individual, and it's a short but very touching ceremony, and so if anyone can join us, I think they'll appreciate the opportunity to just pause during this hectic time of year.
Yeah, just remember. We do want to pass along some information to those of you who may be interested in attending this event. Again, it is the National Homeless Persons Memorial Day Vigil. It starts at 5 o'clock this evening at St. Paul's Episcopal Church in the Memorial Garden, and the address you see here on your screen is 815 East Gray Street. And we do want to mention that there are things that folks in the community can do. You have some links that we're going to pass along and put on our website as well.
Sure, absolutely. And you know, if anyone who needs help or wants to give help, they can call 211 or look on a number of websites to find out more about how they can be a part of the solutions for 2012.
Wow. Well, thanks so much for being here. We appreciate it. Of course, stay with us. A brand new half hour of 8 News at 9 starts in just a few minutes.
Tonight, a group in Richmond is remembering the homeless in our area who lost their lives this past year.
Alfred Berry,
Angela Bruce.
One by one, each name is read.
David Fine.
They're the names of the homeless men and women in our area who passed away this year.
We recognize 23 individuals this year, which is, it's a lot for a community our size.
We lost 23 persons, some by way of murder, some by way of addiction, some who were in housing during the time in which they passed.
Scott Soda.
Tonight's vigil is one of 100 ceremonies happening across the U.S. to remember and reflect on the homeless who have died.
This is a national event, and it's timed to coincide with the longest night of the year and the beginning of winter, which is typically when we see the highest demand for shelter services in our community.
Kelly Kinghorn is the executive director for Homeward. The group collects data and coordinates resources for the homeless. Homeward's goal for the new year is to eliminate the need for these vigils and reduce the number of folks living on the streets. But it will be tough.
We start the year facing the highest number of homeless children and their parents ever in our region.
Homeward tells us at last count, 169 children were living in area homeless shelters.